Hey guys, Dusty here, and today we're gonna have another trade recap of the trades I took today, and basically why I took them. So just starting off, a lot of people know I don't trade usually the first 30 minutes, but I did tell them to Discord yesterday that I'm looking for a retest of this 425 area to see if we do get a bounce off there and rip into the 430 area on SPY. And so today I actually did trade the first 30 minutes because we did have that gap down, which basically played as a retest of the levels yesterday that we needed to break through. So, as soon as we opened, we were low. We bounced off this zone I had right here. And then we're just basically just came up. And right before open, we had this little pop right here. And then we began chopping around this area. So, around 6:39, I actually took calls. So, about right here, I actually took calls on SPY. I took SPY 427 calls at $65 a piece, and I did ultimately end up getting stopped out. We came to the zone. I mean, I didn't have it as a zone then, but we did come into this 425.6 level, and we did get a rejection. And then just to be safe, I took a 15% L here, 16%, excuse me, a 16% L here, and I was like, you know what, we'll look to re-enter on basically a confirmation break. So, we got under the EMAs on the 1 minute, and then we got back over, and this is where I alerted calls again. I told everyone I in the same 427 calls, and I basically took 30 contracts here. And basically, I was like, I'm in a not too heavy a position, but I am in re-entering this 427 play. And basically, it was smooth sailing from there. We basically broke through the previous rejection, and we're just riding. We got this breakout, this previous rejection. We came, retest the EMAs here on the 1 minute chart, and then we just rode all the way up to basically Friday's highs. And this is where I was actually looking at my I had a price target. I was like, around this 427.20 area is where I'm looking to take profits. And this is a really nice play. We had a little hiccup here. I stopped out because I needed to manage my risk, but we got back in, and we took this for about 120% on SPY in the morning. And that was the first play of the day. And then right after that, I took my profits. We got out, and then I alerted SPX puts at 7:14 a.m. So about here, we got this rejection from this previous high, and my target was this 425.7 level or 425.5 level because I did have a zone drawn out here at this point because we did get this previous rejection to rip and then retest. So, this was a quick little scalp, nothing crazy. We did come up, we tested EMAs, came back down. This was a little nice 25% on puts on SPX. Really nice to scalp between these ranges. All my scalp positions are usually not as heavy. I'd rather wait for a setup like this. We'll get into that right now to go on my heavier slides. Alright. And then, let's see here. Okay, yeah. So then we took at 740. At 740, we had this candle right here. We had this retest of this zone that I had drawn out, and we did get this breakdown here. So I alerted puts here on SPX. I took 4,245s at 225 piece, and we got this initial spike because I did enter midway through this candle, but then really they were red for a while because we came and retested this 426.6 level, and I was letting everyone know if we do get this breakout above here, that is my stop loss. But as you can see, we had this little supply rejection here, this intraday supply, and we came down. It was pretty nice, and we bounced once again off this 425.5 level, where I did take all profits. I had a few contracts left running here, but majority of the contracts were scaled out for about 25 to 30% again. And once again, another nice little scalp among these zones. And you know exactly where your stop loss is. Above the supply would have been the stop loss on my puts, and that was really good. That was another really good scalp. So then I took a little break. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna really take anything. And then we did ultimately have this rip up right here. So we got back into this demand, and then we just started ripping all pretty much throughout the day. We started this uptrend. So we broke all these supply levels, and I didn't really enter I didn't enter the bottom here. I didn't enter here. I missed all this, and then I was like, I'm just gonna be patient. I'll find my entry. I'll just wait, get an EMA retest, whatnot, and then enter from there. So once we were above this 428 level, I actually didn't have any levels up here. As you guys can see, I still don't have any levels up here. That's what I'm gonna work on tonight. Drop my zones for tomorrow's price action and see what's good. So around 8:59, right on this candle right here. So we had this 9 EMA retest, and I thought this was a bounce candle, so I entered some SPX calls here. And quickly, as you guys can see, the next 4 candles, we did come down and test the 21 EMA, so we're down about 20-25% here. I told everyone I'm sizing in here. I did alert starter positions here. I was like, I'm sizing in here, and I'm gonna take this off the 21 EMA bounce. And it turned out to be a really nice play. We cut our average from, my average was 190 on this, and then I sized in right here, and everyone else in Discord pretty much got this entry, and we had a 165 average. And as soon as we got this 21 EMA test, we started ripping up, and we ripped up, and then I took a lot of profits on this momentum candle here at the top of this wick. So this is about another 100% gain on SPX because premiums are absolutely spiking because of this move that we just had, and that was a really nice play to off this flag. I had this flag drawn out. Give me 1 second. I had something like this drawn out. So I was looking at something. I was like this. I was like, if we get this breakout here, that'd be a really nice play, and we did get that breakout. And then we got this momentum candle into rejection, and we just started trending, and then I had a new zone drawn up here, which we pretty much validated throughout the day. Low volume, not much happening in that power hour after during the later half of the day. But yeah, that's pretty much my trade recaps. I strictly traded the one today because I did like the price action. Very clean, as you guys can look. See here. Give 1 second. Let's go over here. Anyways. You can see, really nice price action between these zones. We had this Friday's high rejection, and then we started forming these intraday supply and demand zones, which are really nice. I was posting my charts throughout the day. And then we had this alternate break. We had this little flag action here. Took an average at the 21 EMA retest. Buyers were stepping in, and then we had this nice little momentum candle here, another 100%. So today's highlights, or today's I would say the main points would be this negative 16% SPY play. If you don't feel comfortable with the play, you can always get in on a confirmation. That's exactly what we did. I didn't like it. We did get knifed here kind of on 3 candles, and we're down 15-16%. I was like, I don't like this, because if we do end up breaking down, this play's going to run negative 30-40%, and I just don't like trading like that. So, I was like, we could re-get in, and we all did, and then we banked right here on SPY calls. We had the zone here, really nice to scalp calls and puts from the top and bottom of the zones, with confirmation. You can play off the under EMAs, whatnot. You got to be very disciplined when you're scalping here. When we're in the zones, you got to be scaling out contracts. Most of my contracts were scaled out at the zones, and if they do break under and we get a retest of the zone, that's where I usually add. But 25-30% base hits here, and you wait for the bigger move to the upside. I really missed this whole entire move. I was just scalping a little bit, not really doing much. But then we had this little flag here, and we took another 100% on SPX. It's all about being patient and letting the setups come to you. You don't want to rush anything, especially with volatile, when cons are moving really volatile. Premiums are spiking to upside downside, so you really want to take your good setup and stick with your rules. So I hope this helps, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.